Hello everyone. So this is Jishan Solution. So today we are going to start admin topic. So we will discuss on the admin topic. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start. So this is the course content for today. Discuss about the how to provide access to specific service in IDMC. And second, we have what are the different type of users are available in IDMC real-time project. And then next we have what is the role and responsibilities of admin in admin. So okay, let's start with the first question. So first we have how to provide access to specific services in IDMC. So before it admin power, what admin roles and responsibilities. So those things we have to know because only admin can sign the roles also and access, and admin also can unassign the roles and access of the services to a specific users. Okay, so here we will discuss basically first of all we have to know what is admin we have already discussed, and then we will discuss services in IDMC are predefined, and only admin can assign and unassign access to the users, which is I have already told you. And while the admin cannot create a new service. So remember it, admin cannot create a new services, but they can define custom roles and permissions. Okay, so admin can define the custom roles and permissions within an existing service, but admin can't create a new service. Yeah, then we have to go the administrator panel. And in the administrator panel, we have option users and roles. We will see in next slide. Then we have to select users and roles. And here we have some specific services and permission we can see. And here we can see next step, assign specific service and permissions. And then we have to save it. So in next slide, you can see here. Yeah, first you have to log in the IDMC, then click on administrator. Here we have the administrator service. So admin can log in here. And then here you can see we have the admin panel. And here we have multiple options. We can see organization and license and sorry, SAML setup. Here we have different options. Now, after the administrator panel, we have to select users. What option? We have the users and roles. So here we have users and role where this one. After the users group, we have users and roles. We have to select here, then we can see this screen. Here you can see we have to select here users group, First we have to select here, then we have pass the roles name and its a description, and we can choose services also. Suppose we have created any role and we want to give some permissions. We want to enable some specific services for this role. So we can enable using this step. So here we have to pass the role name first and then description. If you want to pass, it's not a necessary. Here you can see. And then we have to choose a service. By default, administrator, by default, you can see here. And if you want to change, you have to select from this drop down. We have multiple services present here. And if you are selecting any service, then according to this service, here we can see the asset, different asset. Okay. So here we have, and after this, we have to save it. Here we have the fourth option, save. It means we have created a specific roles and services. We are giving some access to this role of this of some services. And here we can see different boxes. So we can enable this. So it means any user wants to get this role, then they can get these permissions also. We have different permission, delete, run, and set permission. All CRUD operation we have here. We will see. Yeah. So here, this is the next slide. So here, if you want to give some permissions, I mean roles to a specific user, then here you can see in this you can create a users also, and you can give the permission which is already a predefined user, I mean. So here we have to enable some set of services. So here we can see different roles we have to enable it. This is the enable button, and here we have the boxes. So here we have multiple roles, and we have created one role here, and this one we can see here. So like that, we can use different roles, and in the roles, we can get the access of different services. Okay. And here you can see this is the description, which is you want to provide at the time of role creation, you can give here. Okay. Similar like that, you can provide here. And if you want to create any user, you have to provide the first name of the user, last name of the user, and job title of this user, and phone number of this user, working phone number, okay, and email also. So in real-time processing, team will contact on this detail to this user, okay. And we have authentication. We have also we can choose here different types of authentication. We have native and more. And username we can give here. Like here you can see on the top MDM underscore sub underscore 313. So this is the username. Okay. Similar like that, you can pass here username. So in this username, you can pass anything and it will show here. Okay. And then you can pass the maximum login attempts and initial application. It is by default. So these things you can pass here, and you can create a new user, and you can pass, you can give the access different roles and permissions to this user. Okay. And then you have to save here. We have the save button also. You can see. And this is all about the users and access. Here you can see how to provide access to a specific service in the IDMC. So that is enough for it. You can see, and these are the steps. Remember it. And this is the UI I told you earlier. And now let's move to the next question. So next question we have, what are the differences, different type of users are available in the IDMC real-time project? So I want to told you We have different types of users in IDMC project because it's a project, not anything else. So in project, multiple employee can work. Remember it. So similar like that, we have multiple users. I mean multiple developers we have. So here you can see types of users in IDMC project. We have admin user, we have the integration developer, and we have business analyst and the data steward and the API developer, and one we have a monitoring and support developer and business user. So don't worry, we will discuss each of these developers in next slide. But first of all, let's see uh, what is the answer of this. Here we can see. So in the real-time IDMC project, different types of users are assigned specific roles and responsibilities based on their access and functionalities. So I told you earlier, uh, in a project, different type of developers we have can have, and different person can work in a project. So according to their roles and responsibilities. So similar, we want to discuss here. You can assume like that. So here these roles ensure proper access, control and security and efficient data management. Below are the main types of users in IDMC. So we will discuss in the detailed next slide. So here we have different types of developers. I mean users. And now here we can discuss administrator, developer, business analyst, and data steward, business user, and monitor support. So these are the users in a project of IDMC. So what is the role of administrator? So basically in administrator, we can see earlier we discussed admin can create a user, admin can create a role, admin can give the permission and give the access of the services, and admin can perform different thing, and admin can also manage the license. Okay, and admin can create sub organization in our organization. So these things admin can do. Here you can read manage user security and overall system setting in IDMC. So admin can do anything, okay, because they have all the access, okay. And then next is developer. So here we are discussing about the developers, means we are discussing about the integration developer. So integration developer, nothing but just like a developer who is collecting the data from different sources and storing in one place. Okay. So this type of a user is called integration developer. Okay. And then we have business analyst. So business analyst means they will analyze the and they will discuss what is the use of this data what we are getting now from different sources. So they will analyze where we can use it and what is the use of this data and how we can utilize it. Okay, so these types of users are comes into the business analyst. And then we have data steward. So data steward means you can assume like no, on premises we can see we had seen we can see the data of the tables, like whatever we are getting in the base object. So we can see in the data steward. Data steward we have different options. We can see the mapping, we can see the merging, all these options we have. So similar like that. But first of all, we have to perform the validation. So here data steward means we want to perform the validation so we can get the correct and accurate data and the final result. So that's why we are using data steward. So data steward developer will help for validation, and they help developer, integration developer, to get the correct data from the different sources in one place. Okay. And then we have business users. So business users means those types of users who can make the decision of this data, and they don't have the technical knowledge. Okay, they know the basic idea of the data, but they don't have the technical knowledge. Basically, they will interact only the correct data what we are getting after the validation. So these type of developers comes into the business user. And then we have monitor and support. So monitor and support means, suppose you can take an example. Suppose I am a developer here, and my work is monitor the all the systems and all the flow what we are uh, doing in this project. So monitor all these flow and monitor all these policies. So these types of work comes into the monitor and support. So these types of developers comes into the monitor and support. Okay. So basically, monitor and support, the work is, we can say, manage the policies, policy violation, and we can say uh, security related issue they can monitor in this flow, in any flow, we can say. And then we have API developer. So API developer means, suppose we want to interact with the external system and any other system. So here API will work because we can't directly interact with other system. We can interact with the help of APIs because internally any project works on a API in backend. So that's why API developers manage the external system. So developers can easily interact with other system, and these type of developer will help to improve and manage the workflow, we can say. Suppose we want to do something and we can't achieve using the IDMC. So what we can do, we can talk about this problem with the API developer. So API developer will give us a API of this problem, which is already developed, but we can't achieve. We don't have the functionality in the IDMC, but we want to do it. So we have some external system, external source, so we can interact with these sources, and we can complete our task, and then we can move our uh, own IDMC project and the IDMC. Okay, so that are the uses of different developers. And now let's move to the next. Yeah, so third one we have, what are the roles and responsibilities of admin in IDMC? So as I told you, admin can do many things. Like admin have the access. So admin can create a role, admin can create a user, admin can uh, manage the permissions of services and roles, and admin can manage the license. They have multiple license, and these all things admin can manage. Admin can create the subgroup, admin can create the sub-organization group, like that. So these all things admin can do. Okay, so that these are the roles and responsibilities of admin, and here we can discuss. An admin in Informatica MDM IDMC is responsible for managing user license, security, and system configuration, as I told you. And then we have responsibilities. So here, user and role management. So I told you, admin can create users and assign roles and manage access permissions of any users. So these things admin can do. And then we have services and license management. So admin can also manage the services and license. So here you can see allocate license and enable disable services as required. And then we have security and compliances. So admin ensure that secure access through authentication setting and IP whitelisting. So it means any developers wants to log in, and admin will ensure they will log in the correct credential and correct IP address. Okay. And then we have monitoring and troubleshooting. So track system performance. So admin can also track the system performance, and admin can also track the workflow, okay, in a project. So here we can see job execution and resolve issues. So these all things admin can do because admin have the full access almost. And then we have integration and configuration. So admin can integrate and configure other things also. Here we can see configure runtime environment and connectors and system settings. So in our project, if we have required anything like that, we have required any connector and we have to do some system setting and we have to provide some runtime behavior configuration, I mean. So these all things admin can do. Okay. And one thing here you have to remember, admin ensure that IDMC platform runs smoothly and securely. Here I written here, you can see, and efficiently for all users. So the responsibilities of all these things I have discussed, and all the users, all the roles, all the services. So admin can handle. So admin have the access to all these things. Okay. So yeah, so that's all for today. We will meet tomorrow with the next topic and new topic. And thank you so much.